In this video, Kevin and I are going to be trying 24 beers.
Literally.
Literally.
We're not going to drink them all at one time.
No, these are 24 different flavors of beers. This advent calendar came from ALDI. This was $49.99, and this is probably sold out at the time that you're watching this. However, if you're interested, if you thought, gosh, that's a lot cooler than I ever thought it was, and it's worth 50 bucks.
And you like beer.
And you like beer, you'll want to get it next year when it comes out.
Yeah, because this last year they had basically the same flavors, some of the same flavors, but they had 2 of each flavor. This year they actually have 24 different
24
flavors.
Individual beers.
So I would think next year would probably be the same as this year. Maybe not, but probably.
I'd say what happened, I told Kevin, I said what probably happened was people complained that there were 2 of the same ones and they wanted 24 different ones. So this year they made sure they gave you 24 different beers.
Ones.
So these, you have beers from Ireland, you have them from Germany, you have them from Belgium. So we are going to be trying 4 beers a day for 6 days.
You don't need to look
and until we go through them all. And so there's a whole list on the back, and I'm going to have a picture for you at the end of the back of the box. So, but what we're going to do is we're just going to start with day 1, and we're going to talk about it as we go.
Just like they're 11.2 ounce bottles, all of them are. The total volume is 268 ounces.
This is a heavy box. It's very
basically
heavy.
24 bottles, I think, of beer.
When we showed up at ALDI to get these, I was not expecting this. I was expecting, when they said a beer advent calendar, I fully expected little, like the airline bottles.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. And
kind of like the chocolate, the candy, the chocolate.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to come in this great big box. So this is like, it was like, wow.
Okay, so we're going to start with 1.
And they have, each ALDI store has a limited stock of these. So, you know, if you don't get there early on Advent Calendar Day, then you're probably not going to go. And that is a full bottle of beer.
Yeah, people are in line.
Full bottle.
Waiting for these, so.
This is called the Wernesgruner. And it is a German beer. I think there's only
2
German beers in the whole box. So if you're in Germany or if you've had this, you'll have to let us know what you think.
Yeah, you have to let us know. Is this a high name?
Is this a good name beer, or is this like a cheap beer? It does not give calories.
No, I don't think they do on the box anymore either.
It actually says original German beer on the bottle.
Doesn't sound much alcohol in them. Usually it's about 5% or so.
11.2 ounce bottle.
Yeah. Usually they're about 5%. It's okay.
Shouldn't it tell you how much alcohol's in it? Oh, I see. 4.9%.
Yeah, so right about 5.
Okay, so
yeah. You gonna drink it out of the bottle?
Boy, I think we're gonna need the. Because I couldn't twist it. No, this is German beer. It
doesn't twist.
They don't twist. They're not playing. Yeah, no time.
Not playing with that American game.
Yeah, we need the real.
We have a bottle opener.
We have a bottle opener. The real deal here. Okay.
Now you got pour?
Well, yeah.
I didn't know if you knew how to pour.
I know how to pour a beer.
That's a good pour.
Of course it is.
Get a little foam, yeah.
Yeah.
Good color.
It smells good. It smells like high school.
What? Cheap beer?
I don't drink beer, and so it's been. I remember in high school, I had a friend that she would have these parties, and I shouldn't tell them myself. But you know what? I'm old enough now to where if you want to judge me, go ahead. What's it gonna hurt me? I don't care. Whatever.
You could drink out of the bottle. Actually, it's a really nice flavor.
It does, and
it's a bite to it, though.
It has some bite to it. Yes, it does.
But I like that for a beer. It's very smooth.
Yes,
there's not a really scratchy bite in your throat.
But then afterwards, it like grips your tongue.
No, I like that one. I really do. I could drink that.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. And look at the foam on that.
Yeah, you always get a little foam.
I did a good job.
You did good. You get a little foam on the top, but not foamy.
But does this taste like other beers that we've had here? Then yes, it does.
It tastes similar. They're all basically the same thing.
Right.
But it does have a good flavor.
Well, I don't know what to expect. I'm not a beer connoisseur.
Yeah, we don't drink beer.
Haven't had a bunch of different beers. So this is going to be a whole new...
The only beer I've experienced with is like the traditional Budweiser, Miller, MacLeod, those regular ones. And they do have a different flavor.
I do really like that.
That one's a little light. Like compared to Budweiser, that's a little light as far as flavor goes.
Well, I like that. Okay, number 2.
There may be burping going on, just to let you know.
I don't plan on burping.
I'm going to try not to. Number 2. What?
I just think that's pretty.
They have to really make the boxes substantial because they don't want you to lose a bottle.
Yeah, there were all kinds of people there getting these. This one is, this is from Ireland. O'Shea's Session India Pale Ale, brewed using traditional methods with select hops and barley malt, craft brewed in Ireland. It is a product of Ireland.
Like the ball.
This ale bursting with bright hop notes and pleasant bitterness to allow for long periods of enjoyment. It says something true. It's very, very hard to read it because it is yellow paper and it has white writing, and I cannot read that first line, unfortunately. I wish I could. This is only 4%. So this is less alcohol than the first one.
Nope, you made too much foam.
I did not.
You poured it in. You didn't pour it on the side.
I did a good job.
No, not that time. You did a good job the first time. Now you made too much.
Let's not critique Tammy.
That's a little funky. That smells like something I don't want to drink.
It tastes very earthy.
Grapefruit. Almost grapefruit.
It's
Ooh, I don't like that one.
Yeah, go ahead and go to number 3. This
Make you give shivers.
I see what you are saying by grapefruit. It's
got a bitterness to it.
Yes, there's a definite bitterness to it. It's almost like you've picked a weed out of the garden. A dandelion, yeah, and you've taken it and you've pulled all the juice from it. Yeah, I don't care for that. I could never have that again and be okay. Yeah, I don't care for that. Yeah, that's not my kind of thing. Okay, this is Brens, B-R-E-N-S, Brens, German style lager. So there's only two from Germany in the whole box, and we're trying both of the German ones now, right?
Wernesgruner and Licher.
This says Brens. It says Brens, a beer. I don't know about the Licher. It says product of Belgium.
Belgium, yeah.
Oh, it's Belgium, but you know what? It says German. It says German style lager,
what was the first one?
But then it says
Wernesgruner or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the German.
Okay. Well, this one says, I'm not crazy. It says German style. That's the key. Style is the key word. So it's German style, but it's actually a product of Belgium, brands. Okay, and this is 5%. So this has more.
Get to it.
And let me try to please you.
Yeah, you got
Your Majesty.
Put on the side so you don't get all that foam. There you go.
I like the foam. It's pretty. Okay.
I don't know if I'm gonna like this one either. No, it's not as bad. It's still it's a little earthy still, but not as bad as that second one. The second one was really strong.
Yeah, if you are watching this and you're from these countries, or if you've had any of these here, these might be sold in the United States. We don't know because we don't drink beer. If you've had any of these, please feel free to leave a comment and tell us what you think.
Like the liquor barn or something
We
like that.
might try your favorite beer here. I mean, we don't know how popular they are.
The liquor store might sell, like the big ones, the big liquor stores.
Right.
Like some
liquor barn
like
or
that.
what's
They
that
might sell
wine
these.
store? Wine.
I don't know. They sell beers too. So
This one's just okay for me too. There's a little bit of a harshness to it. I still like the first one the best.
First one's been the best one.
Yeah, the one from Germany is definitely my favorite one so far. But this would be my second choice for now. And I guess I ought to keep these separate so I can take a picture. You know what? There might be burping after all.
I told you they're very foamy.
Okay. Oh, another O'Shea's? Yeah.
All the Irish ones are O'Shea's.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. O'Shea's Celtic wheat beer, brewed using traditional methods with select hops and barley malt. A refreshing wheat beer with a well-balanced bitterness, adding a distinctive bite to this Celtic style. This is 4.3% alcohol. It's a product of Ireland. I like it that the O'Shea's puts a little description on the back.
Yeah,
I like a
making
description. Yeah, I like a good description. And so for me, I like that. So this is Celtic wheat beer. Okay. I like that better than the other one.
Than the other O'Shea's?
Yes, because the other one was the earthy one.
Yeah, the grapefruity one.
Yeah, I didn't care for the India Pale Ale. I didn't care for that.
That one's okay.
Yeah, this one's all right.
So the first one we try I like, and that one I like, but I didn't necessarily like the two.
I didn't like the India Pale. My favorite still is this one.
The
from
first
Germany.
one, it's the lightest flavored.
The Wernesgruner, and I'm sure I'm pronouncing that wrong.
That's
but
the German one.
It's okay. We'll live. But that one, so far, that's the best one.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. So that one would be your favorite one too, or no?
Yeah, probably because the wheat one has a little bit of an aftertaste, but it's not bad.
That one, the first one from Germany, it just tasted, honestly, it tasted like beers I've had before from here. And so it was just, to me, it's
like a more traditional
beer flavor. So just sit tight and we'll be trying 4 more.
I do have to say they're all different though.
They are all very, very different. Number 5. Let's go. Let's get right in here. On the 5th day of Christmas, what beer
Say what the preparation of this box
did I
is
get?
hard to open.
Okay, I love the bottle. It's called Abbey Style Belgian Dark Traditional Kristoffel Belgian Dark Beer. It is, let's see, made in Belgium. That's all you know, made in Belgium. But the bottle is beautiful, and there will be a picture of each and every one of these bottles at the end, because they are very pretty. Ooh, that is dark.
Good thing they put these kind of close together because they you tear your box all to pieces trying to get them open.
Yeah. It smells good.
It smells strong. It smells like a Budweiser. This one smells strong like a Budweiser.
Oh, I like that very much.
I don't know that
I've ever had a dark beer like that before.
That's good. That's a stronger flavor. It's smoother than a
Yes,
Budweiser.
I don't think it doesn't have it does have a little bit of a bite, but not near it's not as sharp of a bite as some of the other ones we've had. That's actually really, really nice.
Yeah, it's got the bitterness of beer, but not the bite of the beer. It's really good.
I could definitely drink that. That one's nice.
That
Okay,
was
let's go for 6. Yeah, that is nice. And I do not recall ever having a dark beer like that. Okay, another Irish. So this is O'Shea's Irish Lager, brewed using traditional methods. I read that every time. Craft brewed in Ireland. So this is just the Irish Lager. Okay. And they all have, it looks like a swan.
Those are good.
On their caps. All of their caps look the same, and I took a picture of all the caps yesterday. But so all their caps have the swans on them, where the other ones are different.
That's a very light one.
Yeah.
So what is this one?
It's Irish Lager.
It's a little stinkier.
That one has a little bit of a floral taste to it. I don't know why, but I get a little floral.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think this is our 3rd from O'Shea's so far, and it's been okay. Honestly, it hasn't been one that I would probably get again if I saw it here. Just for the ones that we've tried, it's not bad, but I much prefer this Kristoffel.
It's a stronger flavor though. The O'Shea's, that one is a very light. It's a lighter flavor.
Yeah, but did you
does
get
kind of
any
like a little
floral?
I mean, I could see that. Yeah.
There was it's something in it was a little floral to me. And I don't know why, but it was just okay. I wouldn't turn it down, but I wouldn't buy it myself. Okay, so now this one is product of Belgium, Saint Alena Premium Lager Beer. So Belgium. Yeah, I like these caps, how they're different. So how many from Ireland did we get? Isn't that mainly what we did get was from Ireland?
It's almost all Ireland.
Okay, so this is from Belgium, and it's Saint Alena.
It smells very close to the Irish.
And it looks very Christmassy. I'm sure it's not supposed to, but I really love the colors of that. The green bottle and the red and white label. It's just very striking and very pretty.
Ooh, that's not good.
You don't like that?
No.
What don't you like about it?
I don't know. There's something in that flavor that I don't know.
I think every other one
more
we're
of a
going to
bite.
get is going to be O'Shea's.
I would go definitely every other one, maybe a couple in a row. I don't know. I just don't like the flavor of that. It's I don't know.
It's bitter. It's
Maybe that's what it
probably
is.
it's probably the most bitter one that out of these so far. Definitely, it has a bite to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you take the drink and then after it just.
Yeah, you get that funky flavor.
That's another one again that I don't mind, but I wouldn't personally pay for it. This is
scary.
another O'Shea's. Oh wow, Grapefruit India Pale Ale. Grapefruit, and grapefruit is bitter anyway. Sorry, I got you a lot of suds there.
It's very light.
Do you smell it?
It smells very similar to the last two.
It smells very, very floral. So maybe that, I'm sure that's the grapefruit, but it smells floral. Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I thought that last one was bad. That's nowhere near as bad as that. Ooh, goodness gracious.
Oh gosh, that's really, whoo. That's, if you have any hair on your body, it just went ding.
Yeah, give you shivers.
That is that's the worst one we've tried.
It's pretty bad.
That is.
And the aftertaste is orange peel.
Gosh.
I get like an orange peel flavor afterwards.
That's horrible.
That's pretty bad.
Horrible. So for me, the only one, yes, is this from Belgium Dark, the Kristoffel. That is the only one of these that I would buy. I would never, if you drink this, what is wrong with you, number one? I don't know how you would drink that. I would have to, gosh, I don't even know a circumstance where I would accept that. I would rather just.
I'd rather drink regular old domestic beer.
Oh, it's just absolutely, it's terrible. It's terrible. So that's definitely, I'm gonna mark that one down as being like.
I'd rather have a Keystone Light than that.
Well, I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming.
It's a really cheap beer.
Yeah, okay, I've never heard of it before. But yeah, these were just, they were, the three were just, well, that was appalling. But this one was the only good one out of the bunch.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we're ready for beer number 9.
That's right. I'm actually going to just tear this side.
I'm sure Kevin's going to be glad that this box is getting lighter and lighter.
Yeah, it's getting smaller.
Because it was heavy. I know that. This is called Licher Hefeweizen, product of Germany. So this is our second German beer. So we've had both.
Yeah, Licher.
It says Licher Hefeweizen. It is a wheat beer. They've been in business since 1854.
I'll tell you what, there's no way to keep this box intact.
Oh, well, I mean,
like
if you wanted to like reuse it or something?
No, like 18's about to fall off. When I do 10, 23 is going to about to fall off.
Yeah, you just have to. This is a very, it's a light beer.
That's a good beer. That tastes like a traditional store beer that you get around here. Honestly.
I thought the other one that we had from Germany was even more traditional than this one.
Yeah.
This one has
pretty good though.
It is very, very traditional. Yeah. I thought that one, what other brand it was even more traditional. But this is very, very similar to what we have here, which I like. I mean, that's what we're used to. It's a familiar beer flavor. I like it though.
It almost has a citrusy kind of aftertaste.
Yeah, I get that. But I don't mind that at all. I could drink that one all the time.
Yep. Like 10.
So 10. Yeah, Licher. So once again, hopefully you all will let us know if these are these the cheap beers in your area? Or are they the nice beers in your area? This is O'Shea's Robust Stout. So O'Shea's is another Irish beer.
I can find there it is.
Ooh, this is dark. This is almost the color of like a Coca-Cola.
Oh, that's very, very
dark. It's called Robust.
A stout.
Robust Stout.
Wow, it smells really strong. That's too stout for me.
I'm sure the faces from this video are going to be something.
Yeah, that's that reaches up, just grab your sinuses and just drink it.
It's
a dark beer, not necessarily a good thing for me.
What's funny is, okay, so we've had what? Beers from Belgium, beers from Germany, and then beers from Ireland. Every single beer from Ireland is O'Shea's.
Yeah.
Well, we determined at the very beginning that we really weren't that impressed with the O'Shea's, and yet every single one we're not going to get to try any other brand.
Any other brand from
that's what bums me out about this is because.
How about England or
I'm sure,
the UK?
But even just to give us, that's fine. Give us Irish beer. That's terrific. But give us different brands from Ireland. Don't make them all the same brand.
Because they're literally all the same.
That's what I would be curious. If you're in Ireland and you're not drinking O'Shea's, what are you drinking? What's the brand?
Well,
I just want to know.
I'm more curious of, is this the cheapy, crappy beer that O'Shea's, or is it actually a good brand of beer?
That's some strong stuff.
That could be just stout in general.
Yeah, it could be. We wouldn't know.
Yeah,
but
that'll
it's
choke
strong.
you up.
Yeah, it is not something I would want all the time, whereas the one from Germany. But you see what I'm saying? From Germany, they gave us two different brands of beer. From Belgium, we've had different brands.
Yep.
Why
I don't know why they just picked one brand.
One brand from Ireland. I just think it's unfair. It's like we're painting the whole country with O'Shea's, and it shouldn't be. It's not fair to Ireland, I don't think. Okay, this is the Kristoffel. This is Belgian White from
it's
Belgium.
Very light.
Yeah.
From what I can tell.
And once again, we've had a Kristoffel before, and I love the picture on the front.
Stout actually is just left an aftertaste in my mouth, like almost licoricey kind of. This is very
So
light.
that is light. So this is the one from Germany, and then this
It's
is
still a little lighter.
yeah. Okay. That's ketosis. No, I don't know.
No, it's really dark when you're dosing.
Oh, that's right. It is dark when you're in
Yeah.
ketosis, isn't it?
I like that one.
I don't mind that one. I still like the German one the
I do.
best.
I like the German better, but that one's nice. I
This,
do like that one.
yeah, I do like this one.
It's got a nice aftertaste.
It does. I actually like the aftertaste more than
Than the
when I
actual
was
taste.
drinking it. Yeah, it tastes, it leaves a nice flavor in your mouth. It is somewhere in between the traditional and being
Traditional, we mean like domestic
something here,
beer.
like
here.
Budweiser. Yeah.
That's what we mean. But we're saying we should say domestic beer.
But I do like that.
Yeah,
I like
nice.
that quite a bit, and I could drink that all the time. Yeah, of course, has a little bite to it. I mean, they all do, but it's not like it's
Not like that stout.
No, ooh, I like the
Yeah, the whole bottle.
lid.
Is
1758. 1758 Belgian India Pale Ale, specially brewed Belgian India Pale Ale. Quality since 1758. That's hard to believe. It says East Kent. Can't really read it. A perfect blend of 6 hops. A product of Belgium. Okay.
It's a light color too. It's funny they've given us 3 fairly light ones and that dark.
And the dark one. I know, and it's like, who gets together in this conference room and says,
This is the order.
this is the way that how do they plan that out?
Yeah, here's a light, a dark.
Because
light,
there
light.
would be a method. If I was planning these out, there would be there's always a method to
Well, and
the
I
way
would make
that
sure I split up the countries too.
I would too.
Pretty
Yeah.
regularly.
Well, in the deal with O'Shea's, it's like they got O'Shea's to make this deal with them, and they couldn't get any other beer company from Ireland to make a deal with them. That could have been it. I don't know.
I don't like that one.
That
Yeah.
it tastes.
That's almost as bad as the stout, honestly. It's very strong.
It's strong. It's a little earthy with a little floral thrown in.
I agree. And very bitter.
Very, very, very bitter. I would not choose that one again.
Almost burnt.
And I would be hard pressed to tell you which one I would rather have, which is saying a lot.
Probably the first one.
No, I'm talking about
those
between
two?
these two.
Ooh.
I mean,
Probably the stout.
I would have to be really, really desperate before before I would have either one of them. I really don't like this at all.
That's what I'm saying. I'd probably drink the stout before I drink that.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you're a beer drinker, you could say, well, you all like that one because it has this, and you wouldn't like that one because it has this.
Yeah.
We're just trying them for you, and we're just letting you know it's a very bitter, very earthy, like I said, with some floral thrown in there for good measure. Definitely my favorite is the first one.
Mine
The Licher Hefeweizen wheat beer from Germany. And then my second would be the Kristoffel.
Yeah.
So, and then
the other two I probably would buy individually.
never would I buy these. But if I was to only buy one of the 4, it would be the German beer.
Yeah, I like that one too.
So, and it's a shame we've liked both of the German beers, and there's only 2 in this box.
Yeah.
So there's going to be more O'Shea's than anything else, which is unfortunate because we Yeah, so far now, yeah, I'm keeping an open mind. Hey, O'Shea's, they might end up with some really, really good ones. We still have a lot more to go, so we'll be back. We are on day number 13. Lucky number 13. If we can get it out.
Let's get the whole thing up. It'll come out here.
Okay, another O'Shea's, imagine that. O'Shea's Irish beer. This is the Hoppy Lager. And there's,
It's a Hoppy Lager.
it says this dry hopped lager is clean and crisp with a light and refreshing citrus fruit hop aroma.
If here were 14. Ooh,
I like to hear that it says it's light.
It's strong smelling.
Oh yeah.
It's not bad.
It's
Imagine
not, yeah.
Miller Lite or a lighter. It tastes like a lighter beer.
Yeah, for one of the O'Shea's that I would actually drink, this would be one that I would drink.
Yeah. But it is like a lighter beer. If you like a stronger flavor, it's probably not going to do it for you.
Right, but it is light. There is just a hint of a bite to it, but not bad at all. I think this is the run of the mill, anybody's beer. I think anybody would be happy with this one.
Yeah, it's nothing special, but nothing bad.
Yeah, it's not bad either. This is from Belgium, Imperium Lager beer. And I do like that bottle again. I like that. I like the green, the green with the red, the white. It's just a festive color. I just like it. Boasting a mild hop and sweet malt character, this premium lager starts with a light floral aroma.
I said it smells kind of floral.
And ends with a crisp, smooth finish.
It's not bad. It's got a little bit more flavor than the first one.
I was going to say, I think it's stronger than the first one.
Yeah, it feels like it has more alcohol in it.
It does. I would be hard pressed to pick between this one and the last one.
Yeah, I think I actually like the first one a little bit better. But
I know, the O'Shea's. Yeah, that's hard to believe that we're picking the O'Shea's and something, but I was thinking the same thing. It's actually, I think we like it more because it is lighter.
Yeah.
It's the lighter of the two, but then it still has a good beer flavor overall.
It does.
So I could drink that one definitely. The Imperium, that would be one I could drink all the time. Now this
Number
is
50.
O'Shea's Traditional Irish Red Ale with a strong and creamy malt body and a perfectly balanced bitterness. This beer is welcoming to seasoned craft drinkers and newcomers alike.
Oh, it's makes me burp. We haven't drank that much. And it's,
did you just burp?
yeah, you can't help it. It's all fizz. That's a darker amber
This
looking.
is a very, this is
almost red.
Yeah, it kind of looks like a Pepsi or something sitting there.
Yeah, it's got a brownish red.
Well, it says red ale, traditional
Yeah, well, that
Irish
makes sense.
red ale.
It's a little strong. I don't think it's bad.
I think it's strong. I think I could get used to it. I definitely, the more you have in the night,
Right.
you can get used to
Yeah,
it.
for real.
But I wouldn't start off with that because
It's strong. And it's very bitter.
Yes, I agree. That would not be my choice. If I was going to buy like a case, I would not buy a case of that because it is so very, very strong. So lastly, this is 16, number 16.
Yeah, that's kind of in the middle of two, which is, I don't think there's any way you could have torn that and not got rid of the other number, so I just pulled it out of there.
Yeah, at this point, I don't see how he is even keeping up with the number on the
Well, like
box.
16's right there.
Because the box is torn all to pieces.
I've been trying not to tear off anything that we haven't done yet, though.
This is called Sezoens. Sezoens dry hopped premium fermented beers. This is a blonde beer. Double dry hopped blonde beer. And this is from Belgium, product of Belgium. Okay.
The blonde, I would think light.
Yeah, oh yeah, and it is.
They all have a yellowish color though.
Yeah.
But as clear as you get is yellow.
I like the label.
I was like to smell them first.
And this one, I like the picture on it too because it has like this, it reminds me, Silke had sent us some packages of candy. They weren't from Germany. They were from like Russia or someplace else that she had visited. They were like really old fashioned but beautiful, beautiful candies. And this package, this label reminds me of that. At the end of this video, I'm gonna have pictures of all the bottles at the end, so you'll get to see get a closer look of this. But there's like a little sunshine man, and it looks like children, which surprises me. A beer bottle, but I like that one.
That one's not bad. It has a citrus peel, like
it does,
like the peel of an orange or something.
It does.
A little bitterness to it.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind drinking that one either. It's not too strong. The strongest one here was this Irish Red Ale, and I would not get that one.
See, I like the red better than I did that last one.
Did you?
Yeah, because that one really has a bitterness to it.
No, I agree. It does have a bitterness to it. If I was going to get one out of these four, it would be the O'Shea's. I swear, I think this is like the first O'Shea's that I remember choosing.
That we actually liked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even I.
I told you.
Yeah.
You got a birthday.
You have to. And that's just from 4 sips.
Yeah.
Imagine if you drink a whole one. So the Hoppy Lager would be my first one, and then my second one would be the Imperium from Belgium.
Mine too.
Yours too.
Yeah.
So we'll be back with the next 4. Day number 17. Here we go.
Back here in the corner, and I can't.
Let me guess. It's gonna be O'Shea's.
How did you know?
It really is O'Shea's. Double India Pale Ale. Pouring golden amber, this bold Double India Pale Ale is bursting with notes of tropical fruit, citrus, and melon, and balanced by a generous malt backbone. So,
Citrus.
I know. And tropical.
So it's mango, pineapple.
It's a little dark too.
Oranges.
Tropical
Strong.
fruit, citrus, melon.
Not bad. There's a little bit of bite to it, but the flavor's not bad. The citrusy kind of citrus peel kind of flavor. Like orange peel.
Yes.
Bitter aftertaste.
Yes. Once I swallowed, that bitter immediately settles in and it kind of stays there. And the only thing I know that would help it would be to just keep drinking.
Yeah, keep drinking it.
Keep drinking it till it's all gone.
Salt afterwards.
Yeah, eating peanuts or something would
cut some of that bitterness.
I wonder if like in America, that's the thing to do, is when you go in a bar, you eat peanuts.
They have stuff on their bars over there.
Pork rinds.
They do some, yeah.
Yeah,
they do.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, I wondered if it was the same thing. Do they like peanuts too, or do they like different things? But I know they do pork rinds.
Well, back when I used to actually drink, I put peanuts in the beer.
Oh,
so the salt would be actually in the beer.
Right. That would not be one that I would want to get again because it's very, very, very bitter. I don't know about the citrus thing. That's probably what's doing it. It's pretty bitter. This is called Kinroo Blue, Belgian White Ale. Orange peel, coriander, and hints of lemon citrus. Product of Belgium, spiced beer. So, orange peel, coriander, and lemon.
It looks very, I was going to say, that's probably the clearest one we've had. It's almost white. I mean, it's almost literally clear.
Yeah, it's pretty pale.
How white that is.
It's a white ale.
Yeah, I can believe that. Smells pretty strong and funky.
Oh no, that's much better than that first one.
Oh,
That's-
that is. That actually
Yes.
has a nice aftertaste.
Yes, that is nice to drink. I could drink a whole bottle of that. I
What
actually
about-
really like that. Kinroo Blue. Yes, that is very pleasant. I didn't necessarily get lemon or...
No, that might be that refreshing little bit you get, that little spark.
Yeah, it's just really nice. Doesn't have the bitterness that
Yeah,
first
that one's
one
not bad
did.
at all.
So
I
are we
agree.
gonna,
The smell was pretty strong.
we gonna get another O'Shea's now? It seems like every other one is
Might too.
O'Shea's.
No.
No? Okay, this is called Bacher. B-A-C-H-E-R. Is that how you would say it? German style lager, brewed according with the German purity law. Bacher beer is crafted from untouched pure water sourced from a natural spring. It is a product of Belgium. This is pretty clear too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the one we just had. I mean, it's a little darker, but
That one's more cloudy.
Yeah, it is
This
cloudy.
one's clear.
yeah. I guess it's Bacher.
Ooh, that smells like cheese.
Cheese.
That smells like cheddar
It
cheese.
does smell like cheese.
Colby cheese is what I don't like.
Oh, I like it though.
It's not bad. I like the previous one better. But
I'd like the previous one better too. This one has a little bit of a bite, but it's not near as bad as the O'Shea's, which I'm sure we're getting ready to have. Yeah, of course.
a hazy.
But I do actually like that. I do think that has a very nice flavor.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Without any real bitterness like that first one had. The first one's just, the O'Shea's is just...
Those super bitter.
O'Shea's. Hazy India Pale Ale. This Hazy IPA has an expressive aroma of citrus hops with a juicy and well-balanced finish.
Juicy. What the heck does juicy mean? I can't even imagine. It's a light one too.
Yeah, all of these were pretty light. It's not as bad as the first one, but
That's awful. How can you say that?
I don't think it's as bad as the first one. It has a lot of these O'Shea's to me have been like floral. That is floral.
Very
to me.
floral. It's 10 times more bitter than that first one
I
was.
see. I don't want to. I'm not going to take another drink to try it again to
That
see.
is like I think that's like one of the worst ones we've had.
A lot of these O'Shea's, when I say floral, it's almost as if someone has put lotion on and then you've licked it. It's really, really strong.
Flowery.
Flowery. It's flowery, but
Like
then it has citrus in it as well. Just not a pleasant.
Super, super bitter.
Not pleasant at all.
Bitter.
Well, I could drink this all the time. Kinroo Blue.
Those two middle ones were good.
Yes, Kinroo Blue is definitely the best of the four. And then Bacher, that one was good too. Once again,
Those two
the
O'Shea's.
O'Shea's. Yeah, the O'Shea's is. And that's one thing I would have to say about this box is if they do this for next year, which I'm sure Aldi will, if they were to give you, because it says on the box what the brands are, it says O'Shea's on there.
Yeah, you look on the back and
I
see
just
every one
didn't
of
even notice when we bought it. We just bought it. We didn't look at what brands you get, and we wouldn't have done anyway because we're not beer drinkers. But if next year, if they said they had all those O'Shea's, I just wouldn't even get it again. I mean, why
half
bother?
the box is O'Shea's.
Because we just haven't enjoyed them at all.
I think there was one decent one.
Yes. Last time from the last four we had. So these are the ones we like the best from today, and we'll be back for the last four. Last four tomorrow, and we'll.
And I think there's at least a one wintry kind of one.
Oh, good. That'll be fun. Number 21. Here we go. The last four. This is a Kristoffel Belgian Blonde beer, Abbey style Belgian Blonde. Doesn't say anything, just Belgian blonde beer. Okay.
That's a little darker than the blonde we tried previous.
Yeah, it is.
Smells good from what I got of it.
It says traditional. It tastes very, very traditional. I like that. I could drink that one all the time.
It doesn't leave a really strong bitter flavor in your mouth.
No, that one is very, very nice.
It's a nice one. Where's that? Is that a Belgian one?
That's Belgian, yeah. For Belgium, for Americans, this would be like Budweiser.
It's a little lighter than Budweiser. Budweiser's got a little more bite to it.
I like it.
It's very good though.
Okay.
It's like a domestic beer. Okay, you knew this would be
O'Shea's traditional Irish stout. This traditional Irish stout offers a rich dark malt body with espresso, coffee, and light licorice aromas that lead to a smooth mouthfeel, hoppy bitterness, and a dry finish. So this, you're just gonna love this.
Yeah.
It's all the things, the licorice.
Wow, that's dark. Yeah, I love licorice.
Okay. Yeah. So espresso. I don't think that's bad.
It's not as bad as some of we've had, but I wouldn't want to drink it all the time.
I do not.
It's smoother than I was expecting.
That's. I think there's been another O'Shea's that I didn't mind. That one I don't mind.
I could drink it.
It is on the bitter side, but I don't necessarily get espresso
Or licorice.
but I think it's good beer. I like it. A little bit of harshness, not too much. This one is the White Tide Belgian White. Belgian wheat ale with orange peel and coriander.
Now, it seemed like the last one we had we thought was okay. The last wheat beer we had.
This is very light.
Mm-hmm.
Very light. That's nice.
It's very light flavor.
Yes. It's like, this is one that you could drink several of, and I don't think it would like make you feel sick or anything like that to your stomach because it is so light. I don't mind that one at all. You didn't either?
No.
Okay, the very last one.
You know what?
It's going to be O'Shea's.
Yeah,
we're going to end on O'Shea's.
But this one is called.
Ooh, it's purple. Winter Ale.
Winter Ale. Look.
It is.
That's what it looks like when you get done tearing them all apart.
Wow.
It looks like it's been shot with a shotgun.
It says, this well-balanced pale ale combines the sweetness of Irish barley malt with select hops to create a spicy seasonal treat.
You know, I see winter ales and Christmas ales and stuff like that around here, but of course we don't drink, so I don't ever try them. So it'll be interesting to see what their take is. I tell you what, it doesn't take many sips of beer to get burpy.
Oh yeah, that does have. It would remind you of like a Christmas spice. That's neat.
Not bad.
That's really neat. It's not one that I would want all the time, definitely. But for one to have as a unique flavor on Christmas Eve, it does have a spice to it. It's like it's not like wassail.
No, it's or even eggnog spice or anything. It's nothing that spicy.
No, but
it's good. It's got a good flavor to it.
I do like that. And that's different. So
I think if you enjoy drinking different flavors of beer, different kinds of beer from all over the place, I think you would enjoy it.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite O'Shea's, though. Because there was another one that we liked. I like this one the best. I really do. Out of the four, I think I would go with the Kristoffel, which I think I've picked that in the past. But then I would pick the White Tide. But I really, really do like the O'Shea's Winter Ale. Like I said, it's not one for every day. But I think for you know, if you want to have something special for the holiday, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So those are the last 4 we tried. Let us just collect our thoughts for just a second, and we'll come back and let you know our feelings on this calendar.
We look like we've been on a bender.
We do. What I wanted to do was I wanted to put the ones that we would not ever want again on this side, and the ones that we actually liked on this side. So there were 14 on my side.
Yeah, 10 over here.
And so out of the 14,
and the 14, out of the 14, honestly, there's some that I could have drank and like would have been fine with, but it's not something I would ever want to buy again.
Out of the 14, 9 were O'Shea's.
Yeah, there's only 2 that we would have picked again.
But to be fair, the majority of what we were given in the Advent calendar were O'Shea's. Right. So of course you're going to have a lot.
Right.
But now we did have a few O'Shea's that we really liked. So we just tried that winter ale.
Which
I liked it.
It was good.
This Hoppy Lager, I liked it. I just wanted to go over our very favorites one more time. This is the White Tide. This is the Kinroo Blue. This is the Licher. The Kristoffel. We liked the Belgian White. We have Belgian Blonde, and we have Belgian Dark. So all of those we liked. This is the Wernesgruner German beer, and the Bacher. Honestly, my favorites in the entire box were the German ones.
Yeah, the German ones were really good.
The German ones, were they your favorites too? The German ones were my favorite beers. So, aren't Germans known for beer anyway? So, that would be fun to do, go to Germany and do a pub crawl and go to different pubs and try their,
I'd be crawling after the first one.
Well, if you're only trying one and then going off to the next one, I think that would
I'd be crawling after the first one.
That would be a blast. So
ultimately, do we think it's worth buying? I think it's worth buying only if you're really open to trying different flavors of beer, and you're not as, like, we're not drinkers, so we don't, we very strongly pick flavors. But if you like a lot of different kinds of beer, I think you would love this.
Even though we're not beer drinkers, I still think it was worth buying this.
You get a lot of different flavors.
I still think it was worth, it was $50. I still think it was worth the $50 because we got to try so many different ones. Yeah.
I'm disappointed that they had so many
O'Shea's.
Yeah.
Yes.
And even if they had Irish beers from different yes, exactly. It would have been fine. But
that's the thing that I would.
But it's like O'Shea's probably owns all these companies.
If I were to suggest something, it would be that they branch out and have different companies from Ireland represented, not just one company, because I know that there's a lot of other Irish beers in Ireland, not just O'Shea's. So, we did like some of them, that being said, but like I said before, if they were to come out with another one of these next year and I saw that there's going to be 20 bottles of O'Shea's, I wouldn't get it again because I want different companies. Right. I want all different companies.
I agree.
But by far, the best ones in here were the German ones, and there were only two. But I still think it's worth it. Kristoffel, I love
those. Those are really good too, and those are Belgian beers.
Yes, I love those. So I do think it's worth it because I had a really good time trying these. I think it was good for us I just think it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was
so just know, normally in the monthly likes and dislikes, I put things like in I loved it or I hated it. This was probably the one, I put a note on it because we hated it so very, very much. It was the Grapefruit India Pale Ale.
Too bad.
I'm not going to actually put this in our hate pile though because, I don't know, I feel like this was a specialty item. Right. I feel like it's not something that we buy all the time for our food reviews. And so I don't feel like, I don't want to dog the whole company by putting that in there, when there were some that we liked as well. So you won't see any of these in our monthly likes and dislikes, but it's been a lot of fun. So I hope that you all enjoyed the video. If you've ever bought the Advent,
especially from this year where they have actually 24 different flavors, it's not doubled up.
Well,
like they
but
did
you know
last
what?
year.
When this video comes out, they won't have opened all theirs.
That's true.
If you're what, yeah, you
wouldn't
won't.
even started yet.
Yeah, you won't have. Well, I don't know when I think this video will come out when they're opening them.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this will come out in the midst of that. But even if you've tried it in years past, do you think it was worth it, or did you buy it one time and you never bought it again?
I just know there's a big difference. Last year they had doubles of a lot of them.
Yeah,
this year they gave you all singles,
which I think is really nice.
Yeah, at least they stepped up the game.
So now they need to step it up again
and split out the companies a little bit.
Yes, they do. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.